Hello everyone and welcome to this quick video on how to use our CCS YouTube channels. So the first thing that we're going to do obviously is you probably have your browser open. After all, you have been emailed a username and password and a link to this video. So assuming that's the case, you already have a browser open, whether it is Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, Chrome, whatever it is. If you don't currently have one open though, go ahead and open up your browser of choice. Now the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to open up what we call a private or secure browsing window. Now you might be wondering, what are we doing and why are we doing it? Well, the primary reason is this. Your CCS email is a Google account, technically. So that means that to get into YouTube, you have to use another Google account, which isn't your CCS one. So typically what that would mean is that you have to log out of your email and then log into this other account. To save us some time though, we can actually use a really cool trick to open up a new browser window that allows us to sign into a different account without signing out of our own. Now the reason this is so handy, or one of the things that makes this kind of window so handy, is that it doesn't save cookies or your internet history. So as far as your browser is concerned, you actually aren't doing anything. So it's kind of a cool incognito, which is another term they use for it. Secure, incognito, private. Those are all the words that they use. Now, depending on which browser you have, the next steps might look a little different. There are instructions, written instructions for each one available in this email as well. So go ahead and follow those. However, if you want, if you're using Windows and you're using Internet Explorer, one of the things you can use is a shortcut key. So if you hit the Control, Shift, and P button at the same time, it'll open up one of these private windows just that way. Another way that you can do it is if you have the toolbar up. By the way, if you have Windows 8 like me and there is no toolbar showing, hit the Alt button and then go to Tools and hit in private browsing. I believe in Firefox it's in the same basic location, Tools, and it's either incognito, secure, private browsing, something of that nature. But again, of course, go ahead and take a look at those instructions to make sure that we're all on the same page. Now once you have this window open, then we can go ahead and proceed. So if you're not ready quite yet, go ahead and pause it, get to where we are, and then start the video again. So assuming that you have the private, secure, incognito window going, the next thing that we need to do is go to YouTube. So up in the address bar, I'm going to type in youtube.com. And as always, there are exciting things on this front page. I'm not really interested in them, so I'm going to go over here to sign in the top right corner. Now here, I'm going to type in the full email address that I've been emailed. So if it is, it will be something about CCS, it'll be at gmail.com. So go ahead and type that in, or you can copy and paste it from the email. On the next step, you'll hit next, and then you'll be given a place where you can type in the password. Go ahead, do that, hit the login button, and then once you've done all of that, unpause the video, and we'll move on to the next step from there. All right, so now I'm signed into the CCS YouTube channel. So in this case, as you can see, we still have kind of like a main page going on. But the thing that I'm more concerned with is over here. It's my channel. Go ahead and click on that. Oh, I forgot to do this step. Hang on just a sec. Okay, so now as you can see, I have a blank YouTube channel page. Why? Well, quite frankly, we don't have anything uploaded yet on this particular page. So if we did have things, we would have the list of videos right on this page under videos. And that's pretty much the only place that you really need to worry about. Now, what you really want to do though is probably upload a video. So to do that, we're going to come up to this corner and click upload. Now the next thing that we're going to do is choose a file to upload. So I'm going to go ahead and do a test file to show you guys. So I'm going to open up File Explorer and I'm going to pull up a video. And I'm going to pull up one about my cat. Why, you may wonder? Because my students asked me to make a video of my cat, and so I did. His name is Monty. And, oh my goodness, there's so many. Okay, so here's my video that I want to use. Now, depending on which, whether you're using a Mac or PC, it will look a little bit different, but in either case, it's going to work the same way. Now that I have this, I'm going to click down on it, and I'm going to drag and drop, just like we do on the ELC. So I've clicked down, dragging, and then as you can see, it says drag or drop the video right over here on the page. So I'm going to click it, let it go, and there we go. It's starting to upload. Now, as you can see, it has the number of minutes that it's going to take to upload the video. It allows me to adjust the name of it. So I can just have Monty Mentory, because the cat's name is Monty. I can add a little bit of a description. So that way students have a better idea of what's going on. However, go ahead and leave off the tags. Now you may be wondering why. Well, this way only Circle students really can easily find it. So that way it kind of protects privacy. The other thing that you do want to do is we're going to leave it as public just to make it easier for students to access these videos. If you make it private, then the only people that can access it are people who have certain credentials, and then if you do unlisted, it can make it a little bit harder to track down these videos on the YouTube channel. So we're just going to leave them as public for now. However, by not adding tags and other things, it keeps it a little bit more incognito. Now, because I've already adjusted everything that I want to, just the name and a description, I'm going to click Publish. This way, as soon as the video is done processing, it'll go ahead and put it all together. And then as you can see, I can hit Return to Editing if I want to make any changes to the name or description. Now, this will take a few minutes, so I will rejoin you as soon as this is finished. Now, to make things a little bit easier, I've gone ahead and come to one of the YouTube channels that I use that actually has some content in it to give you an idea of what it looks like. So, as you can see, I have all kinds of different videos up on my page. And if I want to view all of my videos, I can click Videos. And there are a ton of them. I'm really sorry about that. That's kind of weird. And we'll go back to the one about my cat. Now, as you can see, whenever I click on the name of it, it'll go ahead and bring up the video itself. Now imagine with me for a moment that I want to go ahead and embed this video on my ELC page. So here's what I would do. Now the first thing that I want to do is go back to my ELC page. So to do that, I'm going to leave the private browsing, not close it, but leave it, and go ahead over to my class page. All right, so now that I'm here, first thing I need to do is make sure that editing is turned on. Then I'm going to scroll down to the week where I'd like to embed it. In this case, I want it in week 2, so I'm going to go ahead and click the cog. Now, for example, for a moment, if this is a math or another thing that you don't want it to be tied to a specific week, we can also click Add an Activity or Resource and put it in a label. So let's go ahead and do it that way. Either way, in both cases, it looks exactly the same when we get to this next page. Now from here, I'm going to come over to this right over here, Show More Buttons, and click on it. And then over here, you'll notice this. To get a little technical with you, these are actually brackets they use inside of HTML frequently. So I'm going to click on the HTML button. Now, most importantly, don't be alarmed. It's going to be okay. All right, so now that I have that, I know that it's on HTML because all of these are grayed out. And also if I start typing, you know, it's just text. So I'm going to go ahead back to my video, and here's what I'm going to do. Right under here, you're going to notice Share. I'll click on that, click Embed, and then even though it's my video and I upload it, I still need to click Show More. Why? because it always chooses show suggested videos when the video is finished. And I don't want that. No way. So we're going to unclick that. Now the next thing that we're going to do is come up here and we're going to select this, so you can either highlight it. If you have a PC, you can hit Control A. I believe if you have a Mac, you can hit Command A and it'll do the same thing. Then I'm going to copy it, go back over to my ELC page, and here I'm going to paste it. Now that I have this code in here, this is just the HTML code that tells the ELC what the video is, where it is, how big it needs to be, all that cool stuff. Now to see it in action, I just go over here, click on this button again, and voila, there's my video of my cat. Once I'm finished, I can click Save and Return to Course. Now, as usual, if I want to add any text, as you can see, my little cursor is right here, so I can hit Enter. Cat video time. Everyone loves Monty. And then hit Save and Return to Course. And as you can see, here it is on week 2. And it is a label, which means I can hover over the little arrows over here, and I can drag it anywhere that I want. So now it's in week 3, or I can pull it down to week 5, anywhere that I want it to be. So that is the basic gist of how to use the how to use the Circle Christian School different YouTube channels. And as always, if you have any questions or you need any help, just let me know. Have a wonderful day.